Hello, Annie.
Hi, teacher.
Excellent. So, hello, Mariela. Emmanuel.
Hello.
Hello, guys. Let's begin. Lesson A, giving away your things. Grammar in context. Are there a lot of homeless people in your area, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Emmanuel? Annie, Mariela?
Yeah, there are a lot.
There are a lot, really?
Yeah.
How do people generally react toward the homeless?
They are scared of them?
Yeah, they're scared of them?
Or just ignore them.
Reject them?
Yeah, reject them in your area.
Some people try to help.
Yeah, some people say, hi, Mariela.
Hi, teacher.
Okay. All right. The baby's not crying anymore?
He's still crying.
Okay. Now, how do you generally react to the homeless?
I give them money.
Thank you, Antonio.
Maybe invite some food. That's
Wow, really?
yeah, that's how sometimes me and my wife react. Buy or food, because sometimes if you give money, they'll buy alcohol or those kind of things. So that's why we don't give them money. So we prefer inviting something to eat.
Okay. Now let's see. If you saw a homeless person, what would you be willing to give them? 1 peso, 10 pesos?
It depends what we have at the moment.
If you had 100 pesos?
50 pesos.
Really? Awesome. You're a friend to keep, mister.
I try.
So if you were walking with 3 pizzas, what would you do?
I will give them 1 pizza.
What, Giovanni?
Yeah, 1 pizza.
You would give the homeless person a pizza, a whole pizza.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. What about you guys? What would you do?
Sometimes I try to give them some clothes.
Ah, that's good too.
Depends of the season. For example,
Yeah.
if it is winter, I try to give them, I don't know, how do you say frazada?
How do you say what?
Frazada?
Oh, scarf. I
A
couldn't
scarf.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, a scarf. That's good. And let's take a look at the story where one family runs into a homeless person. Okay, the power I have. Can you read this, Annie, please?
Yeah. What would you do if you saw a homeless person begin in the street?
Begging.
Begin in the street, walk on by, give a few spare coins? Not the Howen family. They gave much more than that. Read their story and ask yourself, what would you,
What
what
would I?
done?
Listen and read at the same time.
Page 52, Unit 5, Challenges. Lesson A, Giving away your things. 1. Grammar in context. B. Read the article. What did Hannah Salwen's family do and why?
The power of half. What would you do if you saw a homeless person begging in the street? Walk on by? Give a few spare coins? Not the Salwen family. They gave much more than that. Read their story and ask yourself, what would I have done? Kevin Salwen was driving his 14-year-old daughter, Hannah, back from a sleepover. Hannah had often seen homeless people begging for food at the stoplight near their home. But on this particular day, while they were waiting for the light, Hannah noticed an expensive car in front of them and a homeless man standing on the side of the road. If that guy didn't have such a nice car, the man over here could have a meal, Hannah said. The scene clearly made a deep impression on Hannah, and she continued to discuss it with her parents and brother for some time. She wanted her family to make a difference in the world, even if it was a small difference. "How much are you willing to give up?" her mom asked. "This house?" Eventually, that's exactly what the family did. They sold their $2 million dream home and donated half the proceeds to the Hunger Project's work in Africa. If Hannah hadn't seen the homeless man alongside the car that day, maybe the Salwens would still be in their dream home. But would they be as happy? In their new, smaller house, they found they were spending more time together and became closer as a family. They admit they might not have become so close if they had stayed in their old home. If you want to learn more about the Salwens' remarkable story, visit their website.
Okay, guys. So what did the Salwen family do? How did they react?
They changed their house in order to help other people in need.
What did they do?
They sold the house.
They sold their house. And what else did they do?
Donated half the money.
What do you think of that?
Really generous of them.
Yeah, very
That's
kind.
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now that you read this story, what would you have done?
It depends on what I have.
Yeah, I agree with Alan. So it depends. Okay. How about you have? And of course, in my case, I will donate, or I will give some money or food or clothes. And but it depends about we have.
Okay, it depends on what you have. Would you sell your house?
Well, I don't have my own house, but that is something that we had to think.
Okay.
Me and my
Now,
family.
Here we go again. Everybody, please. I want to hear answers from everybody. How did the Salwen family react? What did they do and why?
When they saw the homeless guy in the, I think it was a stoplight. That's when they felt like they could do something. That's what motivated them to sell their house and donate half of the money.
Wow, that's good. So here's the story. And I think it's a very incredible story. Now, without looking at the books, I want you to retell the story. Retell the story. Who wants to go first? Okay, I'll go in the order of my list. Antonio, please begin.
Okay. Kevin was driving with her daughter, Hannah, I think. And she hadn't seen homeless people until that day. I have to continue all the story.
Let me see. No, everybody will participate. So Giovanni, continue, please.
I got I'm not good at this one. Okay, when they saw the homeless man, they decided to do something for him. So they sold their house and they got about $2 million, and then they donated a part of that money to a project in Africa.
Are you sure? Does somebody have a different output?
Yes, before they decide to sell their house, Hannah saw saw an expensive car
Yeah.
in front of her, and a homeless person, and that's the reason that they think about sell their house.
Okay. Is that it? Or is there more?
I think in that moment they decided to sell their house, I think $2 million, and donated to Dream House. I think so.
Okay. Thank you, Annie. Somebody else? Can somebody else pitch in?
After they donated half of the money, they started to notice that they weren't a really close family until they sold the house. After they sold it, they started being like, they started getting closer with each other, I think.
Okay. Somebody else?
They had a website.
They had a website. Yeah. All right. Let's listen and read again. One more time.
Page 52. Unit 5. Challenges. Lesson A. Giving away your things. 1. Grammar in context. B. Read the article. What did Hannah Salwen's family do and why?
The power of half. What would you do if you saw a homeless person begging in the street? Walk on by? Give a few spare coins? Not the Salwen family. They gave much more than that. Read their story and ask yourself, what would I have done? Kevin Salwen was driving his 14-year-old daughter, Hannah, back from a sleepover. Hannah had often seen homeless people begging for food at the stoplight near their home. But on this particular day, while they were waiting for the light, Hannah noticed an expensive car in front of them and a homeless man standing on the side of the road. If that guy didn't have such a nice car, the man over here could have a meal, Hannah said. The scene clearly made a deep impression on Hannah, and she continued to discuss it with her parents and brother for some time. She wanted her family to make a difference in the world, even if it was a small difference. "How much are you willing to give up?" her mom asked. "This house?" Eventually, that's exactly what the family did. They sold their $2 million dream home and donated half the proceeds to the Hunger Project's work in Africa. If Hannah hadn't seen the homeless man alongside the car that day, maybe the Salwans would still be in their dream home. But would they be as happy? In their new, smaller house, they found they were spending more time together and became closer as a family. They admit they might not have become so close if they had stayed in their old home. If you want to learn more about the Salwans' remarkable story, visit their website.
There, what do you think of the story now? Can you retell it? Nobody? Let's see. Sharel, can you begin, please? No, Sharel? What about Hani? Hani, can you begin?
Yes, teacher. Hannah's father was driving. Then, well, that day was different because she saw an expensive car, and there was a homeless person. So I remember she said, or she thought something about if the car is expensive, the person could have something to food or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
That's good, Hani. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's continue with Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you continue the story?
Yes, I understood that they they saw a little difference for the people that can they have a possibility of buy a expensive car, but some people uh, can't can't to get a food, so they uh, they I understand that they wanted to open a project.
Mm-hmm.
And now they don't they it's not important for they expensive things because they now they now they have an idea of the some people's the don't maybe don't can to get uh, usually things like food, like home, no,
Okay.
and they opened
Project.
I open yes, and we can to check that project in the web.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hi, Ana Silvia.
Hi, teacher.
Can you continue the story?
Well, what I understood about the story was that Hannah's father was driving through to her house, I think. And when she noticed that a rich man with a expensive car was in front of her, then beside of him, it was a homeless person. She thought about if that man wouldn't have that expensive car, maybe the homeless people would have a meal. And they, well, that caused like an impression for them that they decided to sell their home. They decided to sold it. When they sold it, I think they earned like $2 million. Half of that money went for hungry in Africa, if I'm not wrong, and that caused like a very important impression for them. Although they have like a website where you can search about what they have done. What they learn about it, that maybe that if they had that old house, they wouldn't be so what was the word, like together, closer. Yes, they won't be so closer as they are now.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Now let's continue with the next exercise. Circle the correct verb forms to complete the sentences below. Use the article to help you. Then read the grammar chart. The number one, it says, what would you do if you see or saw? What is
Saw.
if you saw? What about number two? The family might not have become
Have
what?
become.
Have become.
Have become. And the last one, if Anna hadn't seen that, I'm sorry, didn't see or hadn't seen the man in the car, the family might still live in the big house. What is the answer?
Hadn't
seen.
Hadn't seen. Okay, now on the first question, what would you do if you saw a homeless person? What conditional is this?
Is the second?
Second conditional.
Second conditional. Did you study the conditionals?
Yes.
Guys?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, number two, what conditional is that?
Third
Third one.
conditional.
Third.
Third conditional.
Yeah, learn. Family might not have become so close if they hadn't moved. That would be third conditional. Now, number three, if Hannah hadn't seen the man and the car, the family might still live. What is this?
It's different.
That's one of the mixed conditional, right?
Mixed condition.
Yeah.
So first of all, what is this? Hadn't seen. What conditional is that?
Third conditional.
Third one.
Third conditional.
Mhm.
Then might still live. What conditional is this?
Second.
Second.
Is the second conditional. So the sentence number three is
Mixed
condition.
mixed conditional. Did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. How is it? Is it good?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it easy to understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Not really.
Awesome.
Not
What?
for me.
No, not really.
Not really?
No.
Okay, well then let's take a look at more examples. Mixed conditionals, hypothetical or unreal situations. So we have a mixed conditional with a third and the second. Here, third and second conditionals. What is the tense for the third conditional, guys? Do you remember the tense? The
Past
structure?
perfect is if plus
If
subject plus past participle.
What?
The past perfect.
Yes,
I mean,
past perfect.
Past perfect plus
Complement.
just like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the result?
Subject.
Subject plus would.
And the result clause is subject plus
would.
Modal verb.
Modal verb.
Modal verbs? No. Modal?
Modal and verb.
Condition.
Participle.
No.
Modal conditional.
Modal
Perfect.
Modal perfect.
Mhm.
Yes. And complement. Oh, I'm missing something. What's after the modal perfect?
Present
Past
perfect.
participle. No,
Past participle.
past participle. There you go. And for the second conditional, what is the formula? What is the structure?
If plus simple past
Plus,
complement.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, please?
If plus simple past plus a complement.
Okay. And the result?
Subject.
Object plus
Modal.
Modal.
modal plus
Infinitive.
Verb. Oh.
infinitive plus
Complement.
Complement.
complement. And that's it. Now what we have to do is check every time. Can you please write in your notebooks the structure of the third conditional? Please write the structure of the third conditional and the structure of the second conditional. Tell me when you're finished. Are you finished?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wrote down the ones from the video. I don't know if that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as you have the structure, it's okay because you're going to use it.
All right, then I got mine.
Are you finished, guys?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Now I want to tell you a little bit of a quick story. Okay. So yesterday or last week, actually, I don't play the lottery, so I have no idea of the schedules. Last week, I bought a lottery ticket. but I didn't win anything. Do you play the lottery, guys? Nobody plays the lottery?
No.
No.
Okay, do you know somebody that plays the lottery?
I did once, but I didn't want anything.
Okay, there you go. Now, hypothetically talking in the past. Anna,
Yes.
what would you do if you won lottery?
Hmm. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Yeah, tell me, what would you do?
I how do you say refugio for
Shelter?
animals? Yeah, like I would. How can I say it? I would put. Is that correct to use put? A pet shelter. I build a pet shelter.
Oh, aren't you nice?
Thank you.
So you will build a pet shelter. Okay, now, when is this?
Second.
Is this today or is this in the past?
In the
The
past?
first one is in the past, right?
This one? Yes, this was in the past. So I'm going to erase this one for a second so we can work with this. What would you do if you won the lottery? If I won the lottery, I would build a pet shelter. Is this in the present or in the past?
The present.
It's in the present, right?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because of the question.
He hasn't won.
Why, Alan?
He hasn't won the lottery.
No.
Maybe because we are talking about a hypothetical present.
If I won the lottery.
Is imagine.
This, if I won, what tense is that?
Simple past.
Simple past. So when you have an if plus simple past, that means is when. In the present, in the past, or in the future?
In the present.
In the present or near future. Near future, like right away, maybe in a couple of hours or in a couple of days. That's when if plus simple past. Okay, now we continue with the first story I had. Last week, I bought a ticket, but I didn't want anything. What is a hypothetical question you guys we could ask?
With the third one?
What would, is the question.
What would you have done?
What?
What would you have done if you had bought a ticket?
What? No.
If you
had won.
If you had won the lottery.
You had won. That is the question. But why would have done? Why you had won? Why that? When is this? How do we know this? First of all, let's check the tenses. Had won, you had won is past perfect. And would have done is
Present perfect. Modal perfect.
present. Are you hearing me?
Present perfect.
Modal perfect. Remember your modals?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Is your modal perfect? And what are your modal perfects?
Could
have,
might not, and might.
could have, and
Might
might
have.
have. Those are your modal perfects, okay? All right, so when do we use this? You have the structures I asked you to write down. So this is
Third conditional.
conditional. And when is the third conditional?
In a past situation.
Seen that?
Past.
Past. Yes. As the difference over here. This if plus simple past equals in the present. Yes. And on the other hand, if plus past perfect equals, what's that equal, guys?
The result, the complement
Equals. Oh. No, I'm not writing plus, not plus. Equals. I have this sentence right here. If simple past, if plus simple past equals in the present or near future. If plus past perfect equals
In the past.
simple past. Okay. Now I want to erase this. Do you want to write it down?
Yes, please.
Next. Okay, so here I have, what would you have done if you had won? Let's continue. If I, what else, guys?
If I
had won.
If I had won, I
would have.
I would have.
But
I would have bought many things.
Thank you. I would have bought many things. There you go. Once again, look at the question. Would have done would have bought. You had one. I had one. And this equals, when is this?
In past.
Is in the
Simple past.
past. Okay? I'm gonna erase everything. Can I erase everything now? Or not yet?
Yes.
Okay. Then tell me. In the third conditional, what is the structure?
If plus past perfect.
Yes, if plus past perfect. Now, in the event, or what this is telling us is if a condition that will be the subject had existed, that will be the past perfect. Comma. Now we have the result. Look at the result. The result is in the present. That's the difference. Here we have a past condition, but a present result. Now we're going to look at the very different, many different examples. But first here, if a condition had existed, comma, the result would be true. Now, what is one good example? If I had won the lottery, comma, now this is when? In the past or in the present?
In past.
It's in the past. In the present?
No, sorry.
If I had won,
It's in the past.
it's in the past. Now look at the result. If I had won the lottery, I would be rich. Is this sentence true or is not true?
Not true.
Not true.
Not true? Think about it.
Unlikely.
Think about it. No, think about it. If I had won the lottery, I would be rich. Is that incorrect?
No, it's not. It's true. It's
This
a
is true.
consequence of winning the
That's
lottery.
right. If you win the lottery, you
You'll
might
be rich.
become rich, wouldn't you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. But this, if I had won the lottery in the past, I would be rich now. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. So let's look at the different structures. If I had won the lottery, is a third conditional. And I'm sorry, I would be rich is not a third conditional, is a present result with a second conditional. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And we can do the other way. First, we have here in this example, third conditional, second conditional. But on this example, we have the second conditional, and the third conditional is the past result. Once again, present condition. If a condition existed, comma, the result would have been true. Once again, this, if a condition existed, is second conditional. Again, if a condition existed now, like that, if a condition existed now, the result would have been true when? Now?
In the past.
The past. And let's take a look at the example. If I were a man, they would have given me the job. Now, is this example easy to see, or should we look for another one? I'm going to look for another one. If I were rich, my crush would have said yes. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Now we have two different clauses here. If I were rich, what is this? Second or third?
Second.
Second conditional is a present conditional, a present condition. I'm sorry. And then we have my crush would have said yes. When did this happen?
In the past.
In the past. So I can do this. If I were rich, not right now, but like usual, like a normal condition, my crush would have said yes in the past. No, I can't say that. If I were rich, how can I say this? Not always? Is that better? Or is that too confusing? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. If I were rich always, my crush would have said yes in the past. Now I'm gonna do another one. If I had my Cenni, I is that correct, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true, correct?
Yes.
And we have the two separate sentences, two separate conditionals. If I have my Cenni now, I wouldn't have started the course when? When did the course start?
In the past.
On March? When did it start? 18th or 16th or 8? No, 16th. Right? Or better yet, I wouldn't have started this course. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And of course, this is in the past because the verb that I use is the verb start, which we can change for registered. This course. Correct?
Right.
Okay. Now let's look at more examples. If past perfect present conditional, it's a mixed conditional. Usage is a present result of a past condition. Look, and Sylvia, can you help me read this one, please?
Yes, teacher. Structure if.
This one.
Oh, I'm so sorry. If I had listened to your advice, I wouldn't be in the mess. If he had checked the map, he
Wait.
wouldn't.
I want you to connect the pictures.
Oh, but I'm not in. Okay, how can I do it? Okay, I'm sorry. If he had listened to your advice, it wouldn't be a mess. And
Wait.
ooh, okay.
I want you to look at the picture.
Yes.
If I had listened to your advice before, I wouldn't be in this mess now. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the sentence and the picture that I put down for that is this.
Yes.
Has this ever happened to you?
Always.
Ay, Ana Silvia. There. Okay, thank you, Ana. Let me
Thank
see. Giovanni, can you read the second one, please?
Yes, teacher. If he had checked the map, he wouldn't be lost.
There you go. If he had checked, what is that? What tense is that?
In the past?
Yeah, but what tense is it?
Second
Past
conditional.
perfect.
Past perfect. And past perfect means that is in the
Past.
past. So if he had checked the map, when?
That's
Before.
Before the trip?
Before the trip is a good one. Comma. He wouldn't be lost. Now, what is wouldn't be?
that's
What is
present.
this? Wouldn't be is modal plus what? Modal plus what is that? Modal plus infinitive. So what conditional is that?
Second one.
Yeah,
Second.
second conditional. So this is in the present. So if he had checked the map before the trip, he wouldn't be lost. Now. And there is the picture I have for that is right here.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yeah.
It goes for the second one that you're doing right now. It says he wouldn't be lost. Infinity would be B?
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
What is B?
A verb?
The verb be in simple form.
Okay.
Yes, okay. And the last one. Let me see. Omega, can you please help me with the last one?
If I had gone to university, I could be a doctor now.
I would be. And it's the same thing. I had gone is past perfect and it's in the past, right? Past perfect is the third conditional and it's in the past. And I would be a doctor now. And what is this?
Modal plus infinitive.
Modal plus infinitive. This equals
To second conditional?
second, and this equals
Present.
now. And the picture is right here. Now, which of these sentences do you agree with?
The first one?
With the number 1, yeah.
Yeah, the first one.
Me too.
First one.
Okay. What about number 2? You don't agree with it?
I do agree with that one.
Me too.
What about the last one? You don't agree with it?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go for the other way. Okay, here, I'm sorry. Here what we have is first the third conditional and then the second conditional result. What about when we change them? When we have the second conditional as the situation and the third conditional as the result. Here we have it. So if past simple, perfect conditional. Usage, past result of a present or continuing condition. One more time. Past result. That will be perfect conditional. Present or continuing condition, it will be if plus past simple. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let me see. Annie, can you read the first one, please?
Yeah, if I were a good cook, I would have invited them to dinner.
There you go. If I were a good cook, I would have invited them. Is that true? Next one, please. Citlali.
If you weren't such a poor dancer, you would have gotten a job.
That one will be this one. Alan, can you give me the last one, please? Alan's not here?
Yeah, sorry. If she spoke English, she wouldn't have started the course.
Perfect. So here we have a present condition. If I were a good cook. And the past result, I would have invited them to dinner. So let's take a look at the times when this happened. If I were a good cook, what is the reality?
I'm not a good cook.
No.
I'm not a good cook. So what is the result? I would have invited them to dinner. So
I didn't invite them to dinner.
perfect. Now, which one is my second conditional?
The if clause.
And the third conditional?
The result.
The result, perfect. Number two, if you weren't such a poor dancer, what is the reality?
I am. You are. You are such a poor dancer.
You're a poor dancer. So
I didn't get the job.
you didn't get the job right there. And the last one, if she spoke English, she wouldn't have started the course. What is the reality?
She didn't speak English.
She didn't?
Yes.
She doesn't.
Does.
She doesn't
Speak English.
So
She didn't start the course.
she didn't?
No.
She did.
She started the
She
course.
started the course. Yeah.
She started the course. That's right. There, you want to take your notes? Or you want to take a picture?
Yeah, I took a picture. Thank you.
Great. Let's go for the next one. Can I erase everything?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Here, I have some mixed conditionals. Giovanni, can you read the first one, please?
Sure. If he were handsome, I would have been his.
Thank you, mister. What conditionals do we have? Third and second, or second and third?
Second and
Third.
Second and third. Thank you. Antonio, can you help me with the next one, please?
Yes. If he were smarter, I would have fallen in love with him.
It's the same scenario, right? Second and
Third.
third. Next. Citlali?
If he were taller, I would have chosen him.
What do we have?
Second and third.
Second and third. And the last example over here. Cheryl, help me, please.
If only I hadn't been so picky, I wouldn't be alone now.
What do we have?
The deer
Third
and
and
Third
second.
and second.
Third and second, yes. Now here I have some more examples right here. But before you do anything, please wait for me. I didn't finish this slide on time. Right there. If we had the key, we'd go in. What conditional is this?
Second.
Second.
Second conditional. When is this? When in the time?
Present.
First.
in the present, right? So if we had the key now, we'd go in when?
Right now.
Future.
Right now. That's right. Okay, guys. Now, if I change this to the other side, something like that, okay? Now, can you read the sentence, please, Mariela?
Yes, teacher. If we don't pick up the key, we wouldn't have gone in.
Wouldn't have?
I know, wouldn't have gone in.
Wouldn't have gone? No, honey. Wouldn't?
Would have.
Would have or would have.
Would have.
Perfect. And if we picked up the key, we would have gone in. When is this?
There.
In the
There
past.
and
In the past.
second.
Yeah, third and second?
Just there.
Okay, I want you to look at your notes. I ask you to please write the structure. So here we have
That
Past
second and
perfect.
third one
actually this with,
we have.
you know what that is?
Had pick is past perfect.
What is with?
We would.
We would.
We had.
Nope.
We had.
We had. What is we had? That's perfect. So we have the past perfect here, and what do we have here? Would have.
Modal perfect.
Modal perfect.
Have is modal perfect. And yeah, that's it. So when do we use these guys? When do we use the past perfect and the modal perfect, guys?
With the third conditional.
So what is this then? What is this?
Second conditional.
Second.
Second.
Third conditional.
No,
Third condition.
And this?
Third conditional.
is the second.
Yeah, this is the second.
This
No,
they're conditional.
No,
Third
third
conditional
condition.
too.
third conditional.
Yeah, is the third conditional. Okay. So here we go. If we had picked up the key, we would have gone in. When in time did this happen?
In the past.
If we had picked up the key, for example, yesterday, comma, we would have gone in when? Last night. Yes?
Yeah.
But here, I'm going to give you something a little strange. We're going to mix it. One more time. What tense, or I mean, what conditional is this?
Third conditional.
Third condition.
The third conditional. And what conditional is over here?
Second conditional.
The second. Now we have, if we picked up the key, we will go in. When did this happen?
In the past.
In the past. Yesterday, comma. We would go in.
In the present.
Now.
Now.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And it's the same for the other way. There. If we had the key, what is this?
Second.
Is the second conditional. We would have gone in. What is that? Is that third? So if we had the key now, but not like only right now, it will be now like in general. Come on. We would have gone in when?
Past.
Yesterday. There. I know it's not as easy to swallow or easy to take. So we need to practice a lot because we have a lot to cover. And we're doing okay, I think. If clauses, mixed types. I have more examples and the same explanations. If plus past perfect, subject would, verb one. Or if simple past, subject would have. So mixed conditionals. Can you read this, please, Antonio?
Yes. If clauses. Mixed types express an unreal past condition and its probable result in the present, or an unreal present condition and its probable result in the past.
Thank you, Mr. Omega. Can you read the first example, please?
If he as a president had built a subway system, people wouldn't lose much time in the traffic today.
What do we have?
We have the third conditional.
Only the third?
And
A president had built. What is that?
that's the third conditional.
The third conditional. People wouldn't lose. What is that?
That's the second conditional.
Yeah, that's the second conditional. Shara, can you help me with the next one, please?
Yes, teacher. If you were intelligent, you would have won the university exam last year.
What do we have in this sentence?
Second and third.
Second and third. That's right. Okay, is it still complicated for some of you guys, or can we go to the practices? Let's not do this. This will be for another time. Conditional statements and questions. You can use if clauses to talk about hypothetical events in the present or the past. Notice the commas. Present. If, past form, modal plus verb. So what would you do if you saw a homeless person on the street? So would you do if you saw? What is this?
Conditional.
Which conditional?
Second conditional.
Second one.
Second. If he looked hungry, I'd probably give him some money. This is The second conditional. Past. If, past perfect form. Modal, have, past participle. If you'd been in the car with Hannah, what would you have done? What is that?
Third condition.
This is the third conditional. I might not have thought about it if she hadn't mentioned. What is that? The third.
Condition.
And then we have the mixed with the present and the past. If they still lived in the big house, would they have raised any money? What do we have, guys?
Second
What is this?
and third
This
one.
is the second, and this?
The third.
The third.
Condition.
And maybe, but they might not be so close now if they had stayed there. What do we have here?
Third and second.
Third and second. Are you sure?
No.
Third and third.
Third and third?
Yes.
It's just the second condition.
If they had stayed is past perfect. So this is the third conditional. This might not be. What is this?
The second condition.
The second condition. There. Now, Tim overslept on the train. He isn't with us now. When did this happen? Tim overslept in the train? Overslept in the past. He isn't with us now. So this is the present. So we have a past situation and a present result. What do we use? If Tim hadn't overslept on the train, he'd be with us now. Yes? And what is this?
Third condition.
Third and second.
Second condition.
Third and second. That's right. Let's do the number one, everybody. Mary doesn't know how to play badminton. We didn't invite her to play tennis with us.
If Mary knew how to play badminton, we would have invited her to play with us.
We would. Oh.
We would have. And you need the comma.
Okay. We would have invited
her to play with us.
Thank you, Mr. Number two, guys.
If we had access to company's network, we could have entered the data.
That's right. Number 3.
If I hadn't spent too much on holiday, comma, I wouldn't have broken.
Continue. I wouldn't have.
Broken.
Is that it?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now, this is incorrect. And check why. What is this?
Past.
The past. What do we need?
Third condition.
Third conditional. What is this?
Present.
The present. What do we need?
Second conditional.
Second conditional. So, is this the third?
Yes.
Yes, this is correct. Now, the next one needs to be the second conditional. Is this the second?
No, it's the third.
No.
Condition.
No, this is incorrect. So, can you tell me the correct answer, please?
I will broke.
I wouldn't be.
I couldn't broke.
I couldn't broke. Where is
Wouldn't
your
be broken.
Okay. Is anybody getting confused because of this? Guys, is the broken word complicated?
No.
This is not a verb. What is this?
An
This,
adjective.
that's correct. That's an adjective. Now,
So would
how
it
do
be
we?
instead of broken? Would it be broke instead of broken?
Would it be broke? Yes. Wouldn't be broke now. Okay. Next, number 4, please.
If I hadn't so much to do today, I could have dared to spend the whole night at the party yesterday.
Wait. I could have what?
I could have dared to spend the whole night at the party yesterday.
Okay. Let's do the exact same thing as before. What is this?
Present.
Present.
What do we need? What do we need?
The second conditional.
Second. What is this?
Past.
Past.
Past. What do we need?
Third
Third.
conditional.
The third. So is this the second conditional?
No.
No. So what do we need to do?
If I didn't have.
Uh-huh. If I didn't. If I didn't, what?
Have.
Have. So much to do today. Now, next.
Next, if
I could dare to spend the whole night at the party yesterday. Is this the third conditional?
I could.
I think the verb needs to be in past participle.
Y 3 tacos sin verdura. Bueno, ahorita voy. Aparte uno de 3.
Oh my gosh. Me too, please. Good to go.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
All of
I
us.
want some tacos.
Send it to the group, please. I'm hungry. All right. It's late, guys. Let's do the last one and we can go, okay?
If I study,
What?
if I study,
If I study?
no, it's still in past. The verb is in past.
Uh-huh.
2 weeks ago, I couldn't
Right.
have.
I wouldn't have.
Couldn't have really it's in past.
Ready is not a verb.
Yes. Couldn't have been ready for my exam now.
Hey, mister, that's a little strange. I couldn't have been. Is that in the present or in the past?
I think is I wouldn't be ready.
Wouldn't, right?
Wait, Antonio, no, Manuel, can you tell me this? I couldn't have been. What is this, present or past?
Present. Oh, this is
I
past.
couldn't have been. Check it again. Check your notes, please. I want you to check it very close. What is couldn't have been?
This is past.
This is past. And in the same sentence, you have this.
Present.
Is that correct?
No, it's not correct.
No, mister. Now, guys, tell me your opinions, please.
I think in the first part, it's if I were ready.
Well,
I mean, if I weren't. The first part. Oh, if I weren't. If I weren't ready for my exam now after. My God.
No? All right. Here is what I want you to check. Yesterday I told you to check the context. You're not checking the context. You're trying to stick to the grammar.
I think it's if I didn't study 2 weeks ago.
Okay, one more time, sir.
If I didn't study, 2 weeks ago, I wouldn't have been ready for my exam.
Let's check this one more time. If I didn't study, what is this? Present or past?
Past.
As
Past? No.
No, that means present.
What happened, guys? Are you tired? Yeah, huh? You're exhausted.
we need some tacos.
Yeah, me too. I need some tacos, my friend.
Yes.
I wouldn't have been. What is that? Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't
what
have been. Wouldn't have been.
Am I the one with the tacos? Present.
Didn't study is present and wouldn't have is
Past.
a past result.
Past. That's what you're missing. What is the result? Because remember, the if is the condition. And after the if is the result.
Oh, I would have been ready.
Nope.
Teacher.
Yes, Annie.
I'm not sure. I think it's if I hadn't studied, if I hadn't studied, I wouldn't be ready for my exam now.
Guys, tell me, talk to me.
If I hadn't studied 2 weeks ago.
Guys, I'm tired. I want to eat.
Me too.
So talk to me. Tell me. Okay, little by little. What is this?
Present.
The present. What do we need?
As
Yeah, but what do we need?
a second conditional.
A second conditional. And after 2 weeks of study, what is that?
Past.
Yeah, something about the past. Who's exiting? Everybody's leaving?
No.
Oh.
Okay. After 2 weeks of study. So with this preposition after, that means this is in the past. So if this is the past, we need the third conditional, correct? No?
So if I weren't ready,
The next thing is you need to look at the result. Antonio, you said the result. What is the result?
if I weren't ready for my exam,
If I weren't ready, so that's a condition. The condition, the situation is if I weren't ready. Oh my gosh. I need tacos. If I weren't ready, that's a condition. What is the result?
I wouldn't have been ready, or I wouldn't have
Again?
been.
I wouldn't
have been ready.
I wouldn't have studied.
You're not listening. What is the result?
I wouldn't have studied.
Look at the result, the sentence. Tell me what is the result. Please.
I'm ready for my exam.
I'm ready.
Yes,
I'm
that's the
ready
result.
is the result.
Yes.
So do we say if with I am? No, because ready is the result.
So
if
I
ready is the result.
If I hadn't studied, I
wouldn't
I wouldn't be ready
for
my
my
exam.
exam.
Tara. It's right in front of you and you're not paying attention.
If I didn't study, I wouldn't be ready for my exam.
Are you, can you guys hear me? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
Because I'm sorry, Annie said the correct sentence and I left it right there. I didn't erase it. I left it for you to read it and check it. You didn't check it. You went on to say some other things. Then Antonio repeated Annie's sentence and I highlighted it there, right there. And you guys continue to say some other things. So you need to check the context and you need to check what I write down for you.
We have to switch, right? I wouldn't be ready for my exam now if I hadn't studied 2 weeks ago.
You don't have to switch. You can, which is different. And here we can change the preposition, cancel the ago, and add for. And we can do it the other way. I wouldn't be ready. Continue, guys.
Ready.
For my exam.
If.
Now. If.
I hadn't.
Here. This is what will happen to you. You need to study for your exam, right?
Okay.
So tell me, does this sentence apply to you?
Yes.
Yes.
There. So once again, pay close attention to the result and the condition or the situation. Yes? For example, on this one, check how this is the result. And this is the situation, the condition. And the condition is in the past, so I need a third conditional. The result is in the present, so I need a second conditional. So if being ready in the second conditional wouldn't be ready, correct? And after 2 weeks of study, third conditional. If I hadn't studied, I know it's complicated sometimes, but all we need to do is just keep practicing, I guess. Okay, you want to take your pictures?
Yes.
Please take your pictures. Finished?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. More. I will send it for homework and you will have a lot of homework for over the weekend. Okay, I will also send you more material for you to study and to practice, like the material I sent you last night.
Thank you, teacher. Yeah.
And we'll continue Monday.
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
All right. Do you have any
Thank
questions,
you,
guys?
teacher.
No,
Teacher,
No?
We need to
yeah,
practice.
I have a question. Teacher, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
When did we finish the course?
Let me check. The course is finished on April 29th.
29. And well, my next question will be, are we going to have a pre-test like you already said?
Yes, you will have, you can have 2 pre-tests. I mean, you have one as a given. You need to have a simple exam. And I will give you the feedback on that exam on class. And
Okay.
after that, if we have time for more classes and if we have time for another exam, we will do it.
Okay, and then we do the exam for Cenni, right?
That will be on by date. They will call you and they will ask you to schedule it with them. So you will decide when and what time.
Okay, perfect, teacher. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So for now,
Teacher,
in
can you
2 weeks
repeat
from
the day,
today,
please?
what?
Can you repeat the day that we finish the course, please?
April 29th.
Teacher, we don't have date for the pre-test, are we?
Yes, I have one for you.
Yes, we have the
If we
date.
don't finish before, then your sample exam will be on April 28th.
Okay.
It's a Wednesday.
Okay. That will be in case that we finish on time.
Yes.
Okay.
And any other questions, guys?
Oh, thank you, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, let's see. I know everybody's here.
We're waiting for the tacos.
Yeah, we're waiting for them. No, I'm missing one. Somebody left. Lali, Omega, and Silvia Chanel. Omega. Omega. I know Omega is here.
I'm here.
Alan is not here.
Yes, it's here, Alan.
Alan. Okay, Alan. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I will send you a lot of homework. Please
Hani
study and
left.
practice. Oh, there you are. What did I miss you? Then who's not here?
I've been talking.
Yeah, now I hear Antonio, Giovanni,
Annie is
Maria.
not here.
Who?
Annie is not.
Kani.
Annie.
Kani. Okay, it's okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
I'll see you on Monday.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
guys.
See you. Bye.
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 Bye.